A man from Massachusetts convicted of killing a man in Oakfield is challenging that conviction today. Marcus Asante was found guilty of shooting and killing Douglas Morin in 2016. This is Asante's second appeal. He was originally sentenced to 35 years in prison. The first time, the Maine Supreme Court overturned the conviction because of faulty jury instructions. Jurors found him guilty at the retrial in 2021, and he was given the same sentence. Today's hearing is set to start at 10 o'clock.
Maine Operation Game Thief says it's offering a $2,000 reward for any information regarding a deer that was illegally killed in Mercer. Heads up, we're going to show you a picture here. The Maine Warden Service says last night it did respond to a call about the deer in an apple orchard on West Sandy River Road. They say the doe was just left there after being shot. They think that the deer was killed somewhere Sunday night between 11 and 11:30. So if you happen to know anything about what happened here, you can contact the number that is right there on your screen.
The Kennebec County Sheriff's Office says deputies are investigating an armed robbery at a legal state-licensed marijuana growing operation in Belgrade. Investigators say yesterday morning, 3 men entered a home on Bartlett Road. They held a couple at gunpoint, stole marijuana and cash. The Sheriff's Office says the couple was held for about 3 hours, but they weren't hurt. Dispatchers say details were limited when they arrived because the callers spoke little English.
We are learning more about how leaders in Lewiston are planning to mitigate youth violence in that city. The initiative is called Community Engagement and Accountability. The goal is to close what leaders are calling the revolving door when it comes to the youth justice system, and also to stop allowing repeat offenders back into the community. Officials say they're hoping to get legislators to take action, and they say they would like to get repeat violent offenders into facilities like the Long Creek Youth Development Center. Also, they would like to require treatment programs for children who commit serious offenses, with some more court options for those who don't comply. With the legislative session still months away, City Administrator Brian Cainrath says time right now is crucial.
I view these next 4 months or so as a time for us to really get everything together, build some relations, build a coalition, and go into that next legislative session with a real plan together, and some stakeholders that are on our side, and to move forward.
There is another step that involves the police. Cainrath says they're hoping to send out a mobile command unit and then strengthen relationships between officers and residents. Also want to expand foot and bike patrols. Cainrath adding that he would ask the City Council for $200,000 in funding at the next meeting, which is scheduled for next Tuesday.
The Fire Marshal's office is reminding people how to properly extinguish a grease fire after a teenager in Searsport sustained serious injuries. It happened last week. A 16-year-old girl found a pot of cooking oil burning on her home stove. Officials say she used water from the sink to try and put the fire out, which caused the fire to flare up. She was taken to the hospital with burns to about 30% of her body. They say if it is safe to do so, turn off the heat and cover the pan with a metal lid or baking sheet. If the fire can't be controlled, evacuate and call 911.
A man from Harrington is facing charges for arson and reckless conduct. Investigators say they arrested Arthur Langley yesterday in connection with a fire happened earlier this month on Main Street. Officials say they believe that the fire was originally caused by an outdoor burn, which spread to the home, but later they determined it was actually set on purpose. Leaders of a historic church in Washington County are now starting to recover as well as rebuild.
The fire broke out Monday at Dennisville Edmonds Congregational Church on King Street. Investigators believe it was arson. The church was organized in 1805 and has been a cornerstone of the community ever since. We spoke to one of their assistant pastors who said they're grateful that no one was hurt and are determined to continue the church's mission.
We are saddened by it, but we're not discouraged. These things happen in life, and it could have, I think, first of all, I would say we are all grateful it was not worse. It could have got into the building, in which case, who knows what would have happened.
Church officials say the congregation is insured, but it's unclear how much it will cost to repair.